Yo, hello and welcome, it's Schleutzer McGregor here with another Minecraft tutorial how to build a real-life calculator in Minecraft. No, just kidding. Who the fuck plays Minecraft still? This is it's fucking boring and sucked out and dried out, like, what the fuck. Okay, now that I offended every Minecraft player out there and they're all gone, we can finally concentrate on a real game. World of Warcraft. Specifically Project Ascension. As you all know, Project Ascension is what you would call it, it's a classless experience. You just build your class yourself, you pick spells and talents from all existing classes. And today I'm gonna present you one of my favorite builds, as many have requested on my streams. This is the Frostwarrior. It's called Frostwarrior because it deals damage with frost. Yeah, I know it's hard to guess, but that's the truth. It deals damage with frost. So the key factor of this build is of course Frostbrand weapon and Frost Shock. Those are the two that deal the most damage. Yeah. It's a melee caster hybrid. Of course you want hybrid gear. Where should we start off? Should we start with the spells or with the gear? Whatever, let's start with the gear. I have some usual gear here. Some really good gear too, like the Judgment Crown. But typically you want to, if you start off and you don't have special gear, just go for the PvP gear. Like the Druid 2-piece bonus is 40 attack power, and as you see it has strength, agility, stamina. It has crit and spell power. Like the Druid gear has everything. So I would highly suggest a Druid chest piece, Druid boots, and if you don't have the Judgment Crown, just a Druid helmet. They all give attack power, strength, agility, spell power, everything combined into one. It's perfect for hybrids. Yeah, and you get the 40 attack powers 2-set bonus. But aside from these 3 pieces of Druid gear, you also have these 2 pieces of Shaman gear. They're pretty good, like the Champion's Mage shoulders, the Shaman 1, strength, agility, stamina, intellect, and spell power. And gloves the same, strength, stamina, intellect, spell power. And you also have the 40 attack 2-set bonus. So yeah, I would definitely suggest for any hybrid build, if you don't have gear, just go for the 2-piece Shaman, 2-piece Druid, and just buy the Druid helmet too. Pants, I have the Warsong pants. They're the best. Strength, stamina, crit hit, spell power. And just here some raid belts, some necklace from raids, and this is just a really good cloak. 12 strength, 11 stamina from Scholarmance. The PvP braces from Warsong, strength, stamina rings, because you just go for the strength, and critical strike rating trinkets, because we go for crit. Bow is the Outrider's bow, and these are just Baron Shar's scepter, because they have strength and they have a spell. They have a fire blast proc that deals some good fire damage. So that's for the gear. You just want to focus on strength and crit and a little spell power. If you have the hybrid pieces just give strength and spell power, that's perfect. If you have hybrid pieces with strength and spell power, that's perfect for the build. So let's look into our talents. What do we have here? Restoration Druid, 2 points. We have 2 points in Natural Perfection. It gives spell crit and some damage reduction. It's pretty good. I would like to have this on 3, but I need to point somewhere else, so I don't have it on 3 right now. Arcane Mage Talents, we have Improved Counterspell. Obviously, Counterspell silences flat for 4 seconds. And Improved Blink reduces mana cost of Blink and gives you a buff that makes the enemies have a 30% chance to miss for 4 seconds. It's really useful. Especially because Blink is fucking expensive mana-wise. So the next talents, Holy Paladin. I have one of 2 Enlightened Judgments for the 2% hit with spells and attacks, because I only have 30 hit rating. so I really would wanted to have 5% hit for melee attacks and spells. Then Protection Paladin, we have Touch Spell Light, and this is one of the big cruxes of this build. Like, it gives spell power by an amount equal to your strength, and increases the heal by your critical hits by 30%. I'll show here. It matters a lot if you have because as I'm going to explain later, we're going to use Maelstrom Weapon to have instant healing waves, and as you see, if it's non-crit 2.3k healing, and if it's crit 4.4k, it's pretty strong. But this build just needs it. Like, it has very low defenses, so it really relies on those fast high healings, because you're dropping like your health is gonna go down like crazy, but you're gonna heal like crazy too, so it's kind of balanced, because you still can get one shot by offensive builds. Retribution Paladin, yeah, Pursuit of Justice, very typical, reduces disarm, increases movement speed. Discipline Priest, I have 1 point in Focused Will, because it gives 1% spell crit, 1% damage reduction, and 1% healing, stacks up to 3 times. On the second rank, only 2 of the... On the second rank, only the spell crit goes up and the healing, so this talent is the best if you put 1 point in it. Then we have next Combat Rogue, of course Killing Spree, a really strong talent. Since most of your damage, not most, but a huge part of your damage comes from your Frostbrand weapon, Killing Spree really offers the burst to proc a lot of Frostbrand weapons in a few seconds. It's really strong. Subtly Rogue, of course Shadow Step as always. Elemental Shaman. Here's where it starts to get interesting, because I was trying to collect a spell critical chance REs. They recently got nerfed. Like this one, regenerate mana equal to 4% of your intellect, blah blah blah. It was also providing 1% spell crit, and it doesn't do anymore. And this one, melee and spell crit by 1%, it was stackable, so I had like 32% spell critical chance. This was a little more, like 6% more. So it got nerfed a little. The spell crit is not as high as anymore. So, but it still relies on the high Frostbrand crits and the high Frost Shock crits. As you can see here, Elemental Fury increases critical strike damage bonus of your blah 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 Frost Shaman spells. So it's both Frost Shock and Frostbrand. This one increases both Frostbrand and Frost Shock's crits. Elemental Focus, after landing a critical strike, blah blah blah, the mana cost is reduced by 20% of your next Frost blah 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 spell. We only care about the Frost parts of these talents, because we're only using Frost. So it reduces the mana cost of your Frost Shock by 20%, but it also does something else, and it comes here. Elemental Oath. While clear casting from Elemental Focus is active, you deal 10% more damage with Fire, Nature and Frost spells. So every time you proc Elemental Focus, the next 2 Frost Shocks will cost 20% less mana, and thanks to this effect deal 10% more damage. And of course, it also provides 5% spell critical strike chance. Then we have Booming Echoes, reduces the cooldown of shocks and their damage. So yeah, Frost Shock is on a 4-second cooldown with this talent, and it deals a huge chunk of damage. Next up is Enhancement. Shamanistic Focus, of course, makes your Shaman Frost Shock almost cost shitty amounts of mana, like 120 teeth. It's really low on mana now, right now. Spirit Weapons, boost Frostbrand, self-explanatory. Frozen Power makes your Frost Shock freeze and makes your Frost Shock deal more damage if the enemies have Frostbrand on their debuffs. So yeah, it goes perfect. This talent goes so perfect with the build, because it boosts both Frostbrand and Frost Shock with each other. Storm Strike, simply because it's a dual strike attack. We are not really making use of the increased nature damage, but it really is about just an attack that strikes with both weapons and has a chance to double proc Frostbrand. Then we have Mental Quickness, of course, also reducing the mana cost of your instant cast Shaman spells and giving you spell power equal to 20% of your attack power. As you see, I have 1125 attack power. Oh shit, I'm coming. Whatever. Yeah, and 356 bonus spell damage. 170 bonus healing right now. Maelstrom Weapon, of course, we want the instant healing wave. Feral Spirit is just really strong. When you pop Feral Spirit, it gives you a stun, 2-second stun from your Feral Spirits, and it gives you a sprint that removes every slow and root from you and makes you immune to slows for like 2 seconds. It's really, really strong. And of course, the wolves just deal massive damage. Well, not massive damage, but they deal damage and heal you, so it's pretty strong. It's just a really strong talent, the wolves, Feral Spirits. Next up, we have Healing Wave. Increases the amount healed by your Healing Wave and instant healing of Riptide. Of course, we're using Riptide and Healing Wave as our main healing abilities. Blessing of Eternals. It's just 2 points for % spell crit. We just really want the 4% spell crit. Riptide. Then we have Mortal Strike. In my old versions, I used to have Permafrost, 3 points, together with Cone of Cold. It was also reducing healing by 50%, but Cone of Cold is it costs mana, and it's pretty unreliable. It's a small cone, you can miss it often in PvP. And yeah, Mortal Strike is we just gain rage from auto attacking, and we're not really using it. So I went for Mortal Strike because it's more reliable than Cone of Cold, and yeah, now we have a rage spender, so that's fine. And of course, the final protection warrior talent is Warbringer, allowing you to use charge and intercept in combat. So for spells, we have Arcane Mage. Of course, as we talked before, the improved talents for Counterspell and Blink. Of course, we take Counterspell and Blink. We have Frost Armor and Ice Block. Frost Armor just to give some additional defense because the build is really squishy. In Protection Paladin, we have Hand of Freedom, Seal of Justice, and Divine Shield. Of course, you can exchange Seal of Justice for any seal is really viable, you know. Seal of Righteousness if you just want a little more damage from your main hand, or Seal of Light if you want to heal with your auto attacks, like it heals 222 from your auto attacks, it's pretty good. Or Seal of Wisdom. My old build was playing with Seal of Wisdom before because it's just constantly giving you back 4% of your maximum mana. It's pretty good, but it's not necessary, so you can exchange the seal however you want. Divine Shield, self-explanationary, it's just Divine Shield, it's just good. Blessing of Might and Judgment of Justice. Of course, Judgment of Justice doesn't get the bonus range from Enlightenment Judgments like Judgment of Light and Wisdom, but it restricts enemy movement speed to 100%, so they can never be faster than you. It just negates all sprint effects. Then we have Evasion. It's really strong against melees, that's all I have to say about it. Like 15 seconds increases your dodge by 50%, it's really good against melees. Then we have Elemental Shaman, of course Frost Shock, we need this for this build. Enhancement Shaman, of course Frostbrand Weapon, also we need this for the build. Restoration Shaman, Healing Wave, and here I took Water Shield. Personally I like Water Shield, others would say yeah, go Earth Shield, whatever, blah blah, Earth Shield is better. I just like the Water Shield because, as you saw, we have the big 4.5k healing waves. We're over healing so much with these healing waves, we really don't need the Earth Shield. We just really want the mana that Water Shield gives. That's my personal opinion. Of course you can still go Earth Shield if you want, if you like the passive healing from it. From Affliction we take, of course, Life Tap. Life Tap is necessary, it just turns your health into mana. And you just get 5 Maelstrom stacks, you Life Tap a few times, you have full mana, and then you do 1 healing wave and you're full health and almost full mana. It's just you heal so much more than Life Tap costs health, so Life Tap is really good with this build. And of course, Curse of Elements decreases enemy resistances against Shadow and Frost. That's what matters to you, because we also have Death Call, which Death Call is Shadow, and all the other spells are Frost. So, and it also increases magic damage taken by 10% on rank 3. So it just decreases enemies' resistances and gives you 10% more damage with your spells. Demonology, I just took Demon Skin just for the armor and the increased healing by 5%. Then we have, oh shit, not talents. Then we have of course Charge. Charge is necessary, Intercept is necessary. Berserker Rage, I really like the Berserker Rage, it just gets me out of fears. And that's about it, that's all the spells and the talents. Let me show you some exemplary damage here. But yeah, this build is more about synergy and burst from your spells. That's why we don't go no, it's more about synergy and burst from your spells and less about raw damage. That's why we don't go for armor stack and armor to the teeth talents or things like that, because you just want this good mix of defense and offense, which is in this case just our insane healing that we have in the big healing waves, and the frost damage that we get from all the frost talents. So we just put up Curse of Elements. Just show here 873 non-crit, 800 non-crit. But as you see, the Frostbrand weapon deals the 344 damage. My 300 or 600 when it crits. If you look here, Frostbrand, oh, it didn't crit. Now it crit. 585 Frostbrand crit. Come on, Frostshock, crit. Here, 1.5k Frostshock crit. Oh, we didn't talk about REs. So you want booming. There is an RE for Booming Echoes. Gives you 5% damage with your shocks. Then you have some spell critical REs, you really want those. They don't stack anymore, but you want as much as you can from them. Then you also have this RE, non-periodic offensive spell crits will increase your chance to get a critical strike from melee attacks by 6%. It's a really good RE. Like if I get a spell critical, I get 6% crits with my auto attacks and just melee abilities, as you see. Frost Shock crit, and I get here 6% crit with melee attacks. It's really good. And of course, just strong REs like increases attack power, increases all attributes, 1% spell crit, auto attacks give you 50% haste. These don't stack. I need to reroll these, but you just want Booming Echoes, spell crit, and just person stat stuff. Those REs don't matter that I have. And I just have double Crusader and double Firebrand on these weapons, just for the loss of it. But yeah, as you see, pretty bursty damage. But it does really rely on the crits. If you don't crit a lot, you just need the spell crit really. Holy shit, I'm not critting anything right now. What the fuck? But yeah, the Frost Shock has super short cooldown, only 4 seconds, so you can even be kiting melees because your Frost Shock is also rooting the enemies. So you can just kite melees even if you want to, and as you see, as long as it keeps critting, it's a pretty good damage. And even your auto attacks, as you see, deal some pretty good damage in your melee attacks. It just has really good hybrid damage. And of course, if you run out of mana, just life tap a few times, throw in an instant healing wave, instantly full, no problem. So that's about it. I'm gonna show some gameplay, I think, with some music after this. So enjoy copying this build if you want to try it out, make your own adjustments, play your own version of it. I really enjoy playing Frostwarrior. It's just really fun because it's just so versatile in what it does and so mobile. And it can kite, it can be melee, it can be anything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tired eyes and midnight drives, lost but we know we're found, on a mission with no decision, feet too far from the ground. And how could it be wrong when it feels right? We're just going with the flow, and people always try to live your life, cause they're scared to live their own. All that I know is I'm out here just trying to get mine, and I am the one who decides what is wrong or right. We're just having fun. To choose, nothing to lose. High and I won't come down. Blurry visions and bad decisions, but who will remember this now? And how could it be wrong when it feels right? We're just going with the flow, and people always try to live your life, cause they're scared to live their own. All that I know is I'm out here just trying to get mine. Just having fun, fun. We're just having fun, fun. We're just having fun, having fun, having fun. We're just having fun, just having fun, fun. We're just having fun, fun. We're just having fun, having fun, having fun. We're just having fun, fun.
Well then, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a thumbs up if it's possible, if you like it, and if you want me to continue this show, this series. A like and a subscribe really tells me that you guys want to see more content like this, that you want to see the great Ascension builds. So please support me, and I will make more, and I will present you a lot more builds. Bye!